let's look around in the other rooms. I wonder who left all the stuff here. Oh, what's wrong, Louis? And lockpick. Be quick. And oh, the dog sounds so sad. Nothing's happening, dog. Right. Let's see if there's anything interesting here, but it just seems like an abandoned guest room, right? Treatise on Humanity, Lord Cam's Collection Index. That might be interesting. That gives some insight on what he actually has. 1233 AR. Annual Vault Inventory. New additions. 7 Dynasty Cutlery sets. Paired Elven Ritual Vases. Bust of the Maiden, arms missing. The Devourer's Maw. Ooh, a part of the collection. Helmet. Ark's Cathedral model, not to scale. Well, it's a model, of course it's not like real-sized. Gilded Quadriga of the Second Elven Queen. Warhorn of the Dawn. Dented. Need repairs. He really seems to be loaded. So I guess we're going to get lots of more loot to come. Which is always nice. But I think that's... here's a fancy journal. What's their name? This perfumed diary belongs to Lady Paulina Cam. Oh, true. We already... I was just wondering for a second, but we already heard that they, Lord and Lady Cam are not sleeping in the same room, right? Because, I mean, this is obviously Lord Cam's room. Curious. Is she just like... Is Lady Cam just enjoying her status or something? In which she writes of her relationship with a trembling hand. I simply cannot understand what changed. He was so loving once, so tender. And now he hasn't loved me in months. He's grown distant, cold. I spent all this time in that blasted attic or outside training. What did I do? How did it all go wrong? He changed, Lady Cam. And I would guess so far that his main motivator to bend to the God King was greed. Which is odd. I don't think, like, being so emotionless, which the Covenant makes you, that he can even enjoy this whole thing. Okay. You saw me opening the door. Hang on, you. You've been poking about in all the wrong places. Let's see what kind of goodies you find in a prison cell instead. And Sebille attempts a bribe. Have it your way then. Okay, cool. I don't want to go to prison. And I mean, I also kind of don't want to slaughter paladins, but I guess it's kind of just a matter of time till we have to do that. And here we have all the lizards. I mean, according to the butler, thankfully the more important noble lizard survived. Oh, but this lizard has quite the fancy hat. Look at that.
Tragedy befell us at the consulate, but at least Lord Kem offered us pleasantries and protection. He's one of the few truly honorable souls left in this city.
Doubt very much, my dear Lady Roya.
The lizard consulate is gone. All that survives of it is what I managed to take with me. Care to see what I have? Perhaps we can make an arrangement.
Do you really just want to sell all the last things you have from your consulate? I mean, be my guess if it's nice stuff. I wonder what happened at the consulate. At least I couldn't come up with a reason, like if Lord Cam had something to do with that. Because I mean, why would you want to have the people here? But maybe to blackmail them or something? Lavender takes a look at what the lizard has to offer.
Best to sell anything of value. The voice of the ancient empire must still be heard in arcs, and that will require gold.
I just thought the silent path is nice, but then I saw that you need finesse for that. If you just needed like strength for that, it would be really nice. Like 5 perseverance and 3 finesse and strength would be cool. Ah, but it also silence you. I take back everything. Last one standing. 3 finesse, 5 memory. Ah, that's really neat. I wonder who we could give it to. Ah, but the finesse would only be interesting on Sebille, and I gotta say I like the regenerating belt we have for Sebille. Oh well. But we can take the Armor of Frost, and the Healing Ritual, and the Fortify Scroll. But the Consulate, what happened there?
It was quite terrible and wonderful.
What?
Slaughter. Death. Opportunity. We were gathered there in anticipation of Lucian's Day, when suddenly the ground shook, monsters howled for blood, and fires raged around us.
I still don't get the whole wonderful opportunity part.
Many a great name perished in that sudden hell. As for myself, I'm glad I survived long enough to collect what treasures I could. Surely you might find something useful among them?
Okay, so he's just in for the money, and great, wow. Celebrating that so many people died, so you can sell and exploit that. You seem rather indifferent to the events at the consulate.
Oh, it was devastating, to be sure. But what good does mourning do for either the living or the dead? I found a spot of fortune in the flames. It would be wrong to squander it, yes?
I wonder what your fellows would think if they knew that you were looting during the moment of crisis.
Our consulate may be gone, but I will not let us be reduced to utter beggars. I merely do what is necessary to fund our ongoing diplomatic efforts.
You're pathetic. Fane looks so sick. But well. I mean, he kinda is.
Our consulate lies in ruins. A day of celebration has become a day of catastrophe. I see the horrors still, floating afore my eyes.
Oh. Is that the reason Cam just wants to get like the valuables or something? Or maybe it's just not connected. And I mean, just 3 nobles survived. 2 seem to be really upset, and 1 is just trying to make some profit. Charming. Replica of a statue of Duna. Right, I would say that was interesting. Quite interesting what we found out about Cam. But we still need to find the vault. But I guess it's easier to find the vault on the ground level. Right, off into the gap. Oh, we can talk with the children.
I saw Daddy with some weird-looking cat in the garden. I think he was even talking to it. He called it Archu, I think. Anyway, I asked if I could pet it, but Daddy shooed me away.
I don't think he wants anything nice with Ahu, right? Let's see if we can find Archu. Tuft of cat fur. I guess Aru didn't really part with it on good terms. Oh, that's actually a really nice garden.
The ring. Disband them.
Except those talking flowers, they don't seem to be as nice. What the heck is this? Look at the spiky ball. The ring disband them.
The bloom opens before your eyes, resplendent and regal. It emits a sweet, subtle scent, like that of a rose, though more intoxicating.
I don't think we should touch it, but I'm also curious about what happens when we touch it. And Lavender reaches out and touches the plant against better judgment.
Your whole body flushes. You're sure you must be glowing, so deep does the warmth dwell.
It's a holy flower.
Sorrow. Our joy shall be the god-woken sorrow. Our joy... sorrow.
I mean, at least those webby, tissue-like parts here, they kind of look demonic, right? And I mean, our joy shall be the god-woken sorrow. I don't think this plant, or whoever possesses this plant or whatever, is on our side. You speak as a flower. What do you mean about the god-woken?
The unusual bloom continues unabated, as if parroting someone's words rather than speaking of its own accord.
The advocate is dead. The doctor is in. The advocate. Advocate. I
mean, we found a seat at Adromelic's workshop, I guess. So the doctor's in, I guess it's like plans from the doctor. The thing is, if the doctor, so Adromelic, wanted to kill Sebille, he probably also wants to kill Cam, right? So I guess those are not nice flowers. Let's continue to listen.
The prey offers itself. Take it. The prey offers. Take it.
Are we the prey?
The flower has gone quiet.
The doctor makes no deals.
Lies, the doctor makes only deals. Okay. I want to see if we can, like, ignite the flower. Because when things are creepy, attack them with fire. Life tips by Ethan. Just be concerned when the flowers don't start to burn. Come on! I think they're invincible, actually. Concern. Okay. But besides that, it's a really nice garden. This deceiver. More seedlings, which we never use in our adventure. Ooh, terrarium. Very nice trumpet-like flower.
An inscription at the terrarium's base identifies its contents as a wailing mandrake, a species you've not heard of in spite of your impressive scholarship.
Lavender examines the plant. Quite curious about a plant he never heard of.
Not every detail is visible through the terrarium's hazed glass, but there is no missing the plant's trumpet-like blooms, perfect for catching raindrops, or insects, perhaps.
Like a fly trap or something. And it's just too tempting. Lavender cracks the glass container and take a cutting for himself. Screech!
Guards, make it stop!
Can we just pick it up?
Holy mother of divine, that's loud!
I'm deaf.
I won't do much sneaking with this in my pocket!
Oh gosh. Where is it? I'm very thankful that the game doesn't scale it up. I don't know. Last picked up. Here. We can eat it. Should we eat it? Let's eat it.
Sorry about that, but it had to be done.
And the best thing is, we now learned a skill called... I just clicked on it. I think I just forgot it due to that. Here it is. We just learned a skill called the Deafening Shriek. Removes around 300 magic armor from enemies around you and set death, reducing wits, accuracy and dodging. Which sounds very funny it's not that powerful. I mean, look at that. It's around 300 magic armor damage. And if we compare it to the Silencing Stare, same AP cost, but 650 to 700 magic armor damage. So it's really funny. I really like the scene, but I never used the skill. Anyway, so what do we learn about this? When a flower screams at you, you gotta eat it. Lessons for life. I should become a life coach. This dude has a way too big garden. I mean, how many people are just busy with like keeping this thing up and running and beautiful? Ah, that's why owls are so cute. They make so cute noises. Hello. And they have very impressive names. Aloysius Whitefeather, Malachi Clawgut, Francisco Hopebeak, Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy's special, but we will see about that.
3 owls in the enclosure stare you down blankly, fluffing their feathers and blinking in turn.
And getting into formation.
Jimmy, prithee wake thyself.
The owl addressed as Jimmy lies motionless on the ground, looking for all the world like he's stone cold dead.
Yeah, given that there's a spirit of Jimmy, I think the chances are quite good that he is stone cold dead.
Aye, aye, buck thyself up, Jimmy lad. We art blessed with a visitor.
Those are very polite and well-behaved owls. Jimmy appears to be quite, unalive.
Deceased? Bunkum. Sweet Jimmy is just resting his eyes.
Mm-hmm. I mean, just looking at his wings.
Sir must be aware that one often needs a small nap after a large dinner, and Jimmy just ingested a banquet.
Mm-hmm. So, what exactly do you do here, owls?
Jimmy? What is it we do?
Oh, blast and bother, Jimmy. Show some civility to our esteemed visitor, won't you?
Jimmy remains dead, uninterested in answering petty questions about the world of the living.
Oh boy. I mean, what else is supposed to be? Jimmy decides to return to life to answer this question. And Lavender kneels down and examines the prone Jimmy.
Spying some blood on Jimmy's beak, you pry it open to investigate. Inside, you see a human finger.
Well, I guess they're war owls, so I guess they can just attack you?
A few sharp tugs, and you've pulled a severed human hand loose, partially pecked. You don't need to be a genius to surmise that Jimmy choked on his dinner.
Choked on a human hand. How can we even identify that's a human finger? Do human fingers look so distinctively different than, like, dwarven fingers or elven fingers? Lizard fingers? Okay, I guess.
Sir? Sir! Quit thy poking and prithee leave yon Jimmy alone. Our lad will ruffle up his feathers in his own sweet time.
I like your optimism. Lavender picks up the half-chewed severed hand.
As you gingerly pack the rotting appendage in your backpack, you have occasion to wonder, not for the first time on this journey, what in the void am I doing?
Hey, I feel quite judged, narrator. Cease this instant.
Fare thee well! We'll tell Jimmy you stopped by.
And I mean, just to continue the what in the void am I doing narrative, let's eat the hand. Oh, there's a description. Disembodied hand. On the one hand, there's a lot to be said for picking disembodied limbs off the ground and stowing them in your rucksack. On the other hand, oh, there isn't one. Oh boy. Well, on the one hand, we could eat it.
You slink through Cam's mansion with the alacrity that comes with years of thievery. You arrive in the garden unseen and lay your eyes on the pool. It's just as you hoped. The pool is dry. You enter the basin and reach for the hatch.
I think that's quite the good hint on where to find the vault, right? Oh my god, I love Larian. They really went out for all the jokes with this era here.
But a shadow looms over you. A paladin. You smile. You have a story ready for this very situation. Yet, when you open your mouth, no words spill forth. A blade swings, and your hand hits the ground with a thump.
Yikes. Yeah, don't mess with Cam, which we are about to do.
The spirit of the owl, known as Jimmy, hops heavily from claw to claw, squinting up at you over his bulging, fluffy cheeks.
I don't know what just happened, but I do know that I can't taste anything. And that is the worst feeling in the whole world.
Oh, Pot. I feel you. Like before I started streaming, I told you a couple of times already, I know. I was in the hospital for half a year. And like during my first days there, I caught COVID. And then I had like fever for 60 days. And it was so bad. And it took like a month till I could taste things again. So Jimmy, I feel you. It's horrible. You eat stuff. And food is so weird when it tastes like nothing. Because you just have consistency. But it kind of feels like you're eating like... Well, the consistency is of course normal. But it kind of feels like you're eating fake food. Because no taste. I feel you, it's the worst feeling. Well, having fever for 16 days was worse, but still, it was pretty awful. Well, this is awkward. You're, dead.
The owl's eyes go wide and round as his roly-poly body.
What? What? No more treats from Cam? No more tasty treats?
On the one hand, aw. On the other hand, ew. Are those tasty treats always humanoid body parts? Was the severed hand you choked to death on... Was that one of the tasty treats?
Indeed, and quite delicious it was too.
Ew. On the other hand, looking at how many body parts Lavender ate during his journey, I don't think he's in a position to judge.
Cam always liked me the best. He gave me lots of treats like that. Those others with their fancy names, he never gave them treats like me.
Yikes. Oh no. Just 16 days of... So 16, 10 and 6 days of fever. But it was horrible enough. Not 60. Sorry if I'm mumbling. But yeah, I still wouldn't repeat that or recommend that experience to anyone. Also, half a year of hospital. If you can do without, do that. Owl Mistress Iofi. I think I never saw a name with so many vocals in them. Look at that. 4 out of 5 letters are vocals. Give me another name with 80% vocals.
The elegant owl mistress glances up at you from her papers, a harried look on her face. She nods an abrupt greeting.
Yes?
You have anything interesting to sell? Nope. You know, I actually have some bad news. One of your owls is dead.
I doubt it. That's probably just Jimmy taking a nap. That fat owl. He eats a lot.
I like how she's just on the same page as all the other owls. Seems to be his thing, but I guess he is quite dead this time.
Poor lad hasn't been able to fly properly in months. Lord Kem feeds him too many treats. And who am I to stop him?
Maybe you should have done that. So, what are you doing?
Can't you smell the fine aroma of owl shit? This is the Owlry, Lord Kem's communications link with the rest of Rivellon. Right now, I'm sending my fluffy friends to mobilize paladins to readiness. War is imminent. But Lord Kem's a good leader, a good man. He'll protect us. I'm sure of it. I suppose he sent you for the latest news?
I would say let's just say yes and see what we are getting told. Sure. I'm very keen to know what's happening in the world. What can you tell me?
Rivellon's a big place, darling, and all of it in a shambles. Where exactly do you want to know about?
How fun. The whole world is falling apart. Any news from Fort Joy?
We haven't heard anything from Fort Joy in a good long time, ever since a group of renegade sorcerers escaped, killing Bishop Alexander in the process. I'm no fan of Magisters, not anymore, but I can't help but think that Alexander's death was unfortunate. Dallas is only making everything worse.
Agreed regarding the Della stuff. Regarding Alexander, he had it coming. Any news from Driftwood? I would hope that at least Driftwood is kind of safe, right? Also, I mean, we kind of cleared up a lot there.
I intercepted some Magister communications from there a while ago. Seems like their Voidwoken problems have decreased lately, but they're not quite sure why.
Maybe because we also killed some of the sorcerers? Any news from the Ancient Empire?
They're preparing for war with the Divine Order, with all three houses riled up in a frenzy. The
Great.
House of Dreams are communing with dead warriors. The House of Lore are drawing up new maps for after the war. And the House of War? Well, the House of War are in their element.
Charming. Lizards being lizards. Always waging war for the expansion. Anything from the Dwarven Kingdom?
Same old story. The Queen is trying to quench the rebellion, but the rebels are too quick for her. And in all that, the traders are getting more powerful while the nobility weakens. What part they'll play in the upcoming war remains to be seen.
Interesting. You don't know the latest news. No more Queen.
Good luck out there. You'll need it. We all will.
I am kind of curious about this chest, so we are going to open it. Lucky that I never gotten COVID, even when I work with people having it. That's really cool. Really lucky. I just had it once, but I was also vaccinated all the way. And I guess also it's kind of highly likely to catch it in a hospital. That looked like quite a nice pair of gloves, but it requires finesse. I hate everything. It's so sad. Look at that. It gives 5 intelligence, 2 constitution, 2 wits, 2 necromancer, and 6 initiative. And immunity to silenced. It's really, really, really nice. But no one has finesse. Sad. Oh well. Okay, off to more exploration of the garden. And I guess this is the pool which is dry now.